Hello there. Sorry. Hello there. Uh, today we will look at Dave Farina's opening. I will not be. Um, I will not be too kind with him. I do not care if it's. We are on the same side. I just want to give you my opinion, and I will not be. Uh, it will not be different from whatever I did with tour. So I will, of course, give my opinion. I will give my critics to Dave. So let's start. So here you can see the debate. We will look just at this part, Dave's opening, and I will just intervene whenever I think it's necessary.
Hey everyone, thanks to Rice University for having us here tonight. We're here because of James Tour. James is a chemist and also an apologist who lies about origin of life.
Good. Start like that. Some people, Sean, right, said to me that they did not um, do at anonymous, at anonymous attack on tour, but I think he did. So yes, he is a chemist and he is an apologist. Of course, I think that is not wrong about that, but I think it's not a good look when you start talking about the person and not his arguments. Just my opinion. Of course, you can bring up those things. I think that they are relevant to a point, but to start with that, like that, with that audience, I think it's not a good thing. My opinion. I'm not as as good as Dave. So of course, Dave is much better than me at the whole YouTube thing. So uh, fair enough, but I would not. I'm not on the same page with him on this kind of things.
Life research on the internet. It's quite the double life. In order to understand why he does this, we turn to his faith. James has admitted publicly that he is a creationist. He believes that God created life due to religious scripture, which to him takes priority over scientific evidence. From his website, faith and belief go beyond scientific evidence for this scientist. Anyone who thinks this is not relevant to the discussion is delusional, as James is openly admitting that there's no science that could ever be done that will convince him that life was not directly created by God. He is ideologically bound to deny abiogenesis. He sometimes pretends to leave room for it, as he did just now, to seem open-minded, but he isn't. He's totally dogmatic.
Fair enough. True. I do not think that Tour is open to change his mind. That's fair. To this point, nothing to say. I will not start like that, but it's true. Tour does not want to change his mind. I do not think that he's doing it for um, as a scientist. He's doing it as an apologist, and Dave is right on that. Um, I do not think it's even controversial at this point.
Therefore, his opinions on origin of life research are irrelevant, as he is approaching the field not as a scientist, but as a preacher. Of course, James pretends his rhetoric is scientific. He will bring up his H-index and list of publications. Less important is the fact that he has publicly admitted that his students do all the work and he slaps his name on the papers.
Okay, that's quite low. Um, I do not think that Tour is incompetent, and I think he will show the opposite during this debate. Mm, no, no, I think that's not good. Let me know if someone is here, if the audio is good, or if there are some problems, please. And yeah, let's be clear. No, I do not agree with that. I mean, he was giving some credit to his students. University work like that. You start research, and then the student will work on it. It's quite how it works. You cannot do everything, so you need to give something to your students, and you will publish on it. I see nothing wrong with that. I think it's somewhat a quote mine. No, I don't like it.
More important is the fact that none of his research has anything to do with the origin of life whatsoever and does not qualify him in this topic, which
Right, I agree with Dave on this one, and that's fair. If you want to say that someone has not an experience on the field, it's relevant. So yeah, I will not attack someone because it's obvious that Tour has some knowledge in chemistry and on the topic. But yeah, okay, that's fine.
is not strictly synthetic organic chemistry as he claims, but also astronomy, geology, physics, and lots of other areas James is clueless about. When it comes to this topic, James is a YouTuber. His embarrassing commentary takes place exclusively on YouTube or in-person events for science and literate Christians who share his biases and delusions. James knows that science is done through the primary scientific literature, and he knows that his inability.
Yes, he does not. He does know it, and true. Uh, what's the problem? I think that Dave is using a fair share of his opening attacking Tour. Why? Let's bring the science in, please.
Ability to publish anything on this topic makes him completely irrelevant. That's why he regularly lies and pretends that he is published in this area, and his papers are ignored because of conspiracy. These papers are actually blog posts in Inference Review, launched by Discovery Institute propagandist David Berlinski, which is not peer-reviewed and exists for the sole purpose of making pseudoscience appear more legitimate. Jim's clueless ramblings do not even remotely resemble.
Okay, fair enough. Creationists do use a lot of this paper that they pretend that they are peer review. They are not. It's a real problem. Fair enough. Still, Tour is a chemist, quite a good one. I think that Dave is going sideways. It's your opening. You need to show that we are not clueless about the origin of life. I think this presentation, as for now, is completely off topic. You need to show that we know a lot of things about biogenesis. You are wasting your time attacking Tour. You can bring those things up, yes, of course, but I think right now is a mistake. You are losing time that you can use to show how much we know about this topic, in my opinion. Also, attacking tour, uh, it's a problem for me because everyone listening will turn off their brain if they are creationists, because you are attacking tour, so you are a bad person. Tour was very clever to give you a gift and things like that, and you will lose the attention of all that part of the public. And if you want to inform, if you want to have a discussion with those people, you need to get their attention, and that's a very bad way to get that.
Primary scientific literature, but he lists them among his actual science on his website anyway. Of course, when facing this topic, James somehow forgets what primary literature is supposed to look like. It's how he initially got into hot water, slandering Nobel laureate Jack Szostak. James was complaining about the prestigious journal Nature and what Szostak allegedly published in it, and how it doesn't meet the typical standards of the journal. He called Jack a liar multiple times, to the delight.
Again, if you ask me, Dave is off topic, completely off topic. Let's see how much this attack will go. A good portion of his opening.
Of his clueless cackling audience. In actuality, it wasn't primary literature at all, but a web article meant for laypeople, and there were no lies or inaccuracies, as James continues to claim to this day. His profoundly unprofessional and defamatory behavior has only gotten worse as he now...
Give me a second. Sorry. I want to
In actuality, it wasn't primary literature at all, but a web article meant for laypeople, and there were no lies
Okay.
or inaccuracies, as James continues to claim to this day. His profoundly unprofessional and defamatory behavior has only gotten worse as he now regularly attacks prominent researchers in this field or blatantly misquotes and misrepresents them. And that's why we're here.
Okay. Fair enough. Bring evidence for it, and I think he will. But let's be clear, still off topic. The debate, correct if I'm wrong, it's we are clueless about abiogenesis. Show that. Don't attack Tour. Unless you want to debate the character of Tour. If you want to attack Tour, let's bring some other title to the debate. Unless you do that, I think you are off topic, Dave. My opinion.
Highlight Jim's fraudulence. There is nothing to debate. The question as to whether we are clueless about the origin of life is idiotic.
If it's idiotic, why debate about it? You agree to do the debate? I think it's not that idiotic. Abiogenesis is not a simple topic, so it's fair to have a debate on it. More reasonable than much that more reasonable than any other kind of debate I've done. I think that it's somewhat a fair game. We do not have a theory on that, so we can debate on it. More reasonable than young Earth, if you ask me. I do not want to be rude to anyone, but I think that abiogenesis is a more up to debate topic. Uh, so not true. I think you're wrong about that, Dave.
Aren't. Apologists like James train viewers to regurgitate the ridiculous lie that there's been no progress since the Miller-Urey experiment of the 1950s. In reality, we have multiple viable prebiotic synthetic pathways to all the relevant biomolecules and their polymers, and systems chemistry is showing us how sets of these molecules can have evolved over millions of years to produce the first protocell, which we will discuss later.
Okay. Fine. I think that you are oversimplifying the problem, but let's see. Anyway, about one third of your presentation was just to attack Thor. I hope that we start talk about science, please.
James knows essentially nothing about any of it, but pretends to for his viewers who take him on blind faith, something they are quite comfortable doing.
Let's go on.
So we will get to James fumbling the science in a moment, but first it is important to establish that James is a brazen liar and charlatan in ways that everyone can understand without knowing anything about science. For example, part of Jim's script is to complain about the primordial soup model. He describes this as lightning striking some water and molecules form a slithering creature that crawls out. This is the dumbest straw man in history. Yet he insists that all these textbooks say precisely this. And it is taught to undergraduates as well as graduate students. In actuality, the textbooks look like this. They contain summary.
Okay. At least he's showing some chemistry. Yes, I agree. That's a college level textbook. I never seen it, but quite close to mine. Yeah, I can show you if someone is interested in it. Fine. It's true. Tour is somewhat misrepresenting those things. I think it's still a little bit off topic, but let's see where it's going.
Of much of the research we will discuss momentarily. Syntheses of biomolecules, ribozymes, autocatalysis, and other complex concepts. So he's just lying. He's trying to make science he doesn't like seem infantile and stupid. Another way he downplays the validity of the field is to pretend that almost no one is working in it. He claims it's a boutique field with no more than a dozen teams examining the problem. That's a lie. There are thousands of scientists working on this all over the world. He needs to lie about this because it's much more difficult to claim that thousands of scientists are all either corrupt or stupid, while only James knows the truth. A dozen is much easier to swallow, so he lies.
Okay, but the topic is we are clueless about the origin of life. He is still attacking Thor. It's not that he is wrong about those things. Let's be real about this. Thor is attacking the field, and I think he is very, very wrong about that. I think that Thor knows better than let everyone watching him perceive. So yeah, it's not that like that. Dave is wrong in my opinion about these things, but still, I think it's not the topic of the debate. Also, if you want to say something like that about someone, you need to bring proof about that. Using quotes, I think it's a flawed method to do so. I once did show some, let's say, grave mistake by Tour's part in a live stream on over to logical, plausible, probable, but I did bring the paper and I did show all the people there that tour was wrong. If you want to say that it's doing all these things, I think you need to show a little bit more. Also, I think at this point you are just looking like a very not nice person to a good portion of the audience. Maybe does not care, but I will not do something like that. Um, I do not want to attack people usually because if you want to have a discussion with someone, you need to engage in such discussion. So if you start to attack the person, you will not have a discussion. Uh, I think that Tour knows when is wrong about the chemistry. Let's be real. I will never attack him on a debate unless I can show during the debate is very wrong about something. That's my style, and I think is wasting a lot of time, Dave, over this point. We understand.
He also pretends to be well read in the subject. He isn't. He has admitted that he's read less than 5% of the literature on the topic, although in reality, over 3 million papers have been published since 2016, so he's read maybe a thousandth of a percent of the literature. More importantly, for the few papers he has read, the diligence he projects is a facade. As to anyone knowledgeable, he reveals a level of incompetence that is shocking for someone of his stature.
Let's be real, no one can read every paper. I did not, I think Dave did not. No one can. They are thousand, about thousand of papers. Also, in a very um, high amount of these cases, they are old papers. It's not like all the papers are relevant to the topic. Fair enough. I think that Tour knows enough to discuss the topic. Is not a fool.
Take, for example, this study by Stephen Benner, a researcher James regularly slanders. Here, Benner is showing nucleotide polymerization over basaltic glass to form RNA.
Mm-hmm.
James notes that Benner washes the glass thoroughly with hydrogen peroxide and ultra-pure water, and then throws his hands in the air about how this makes the study not prebiotically relevant, because he is washing away trace magnesium that would impede nucleotide polymerization on the early Earth. In his profound...
Okay. That's a good point. That's actually a good point. If you do have magnesium, it's relevant. As I said, more time than one, you can have experiments relevant to prebiotic health. It's not like we do not have the same condition. We can replicate that to a level of confidence, of course, but good point. This is a good point.
Found ignorance, James neglects to realize that basaltic rock is specifically rich in magnesium, information that anyone who had taken Geology 101 would know. Furthermore, he wonders where could one find hydrogen peroxide and ultra-pure water on the early Earth, as though it makes the study not prebiotically relevant. In reality, these are used to destroy biological material like bacteria that would contaminate the results.
Good explanation. That's good. It's bringing some evidence and it's refuting some of Tour's problems. And that's good. Why scientists are doing that? To destroy life. Of course, in prebiotic Earth, life was not a thing. Uh, so, fair enough. Mm, it's something that people need to understand about these kind of things, that if scientists are doing something, are doing for a reason, not to um, get the results they want, of course.
So, in fact, the washes are done specifically to make the experiment prebiotically relevant. This example is crucial because James will focus much of his empty criticism on claiming that research is not sufficiently prebiotic. But remember this example where James was so clueless that he does not even understand what the researchers are doing and why. This is his primary tactic. He skims the
I think he does understand, but his audience will not. Of course, I cannot be sure of that, but if you ask me, Tour is not a fool. So if is committing some mistake, it's not because it's a fool. I think that is trying to reassure, to calm his audience. Uh, I think that is no he knows what he's doing, and I think it will be evident in the next episode.
supplemental section of a paper, invents a technical flaw out of thin air, and pretends it negates the results of the paper, and by extension, origin of life research in general. But it gets much worse. James regularly botches concepts not just in geology, but also in his own field. For an example, we return to Benner's research where he synthesized ribose in prebiotically relevant fashion. James doesn't like it one bit, and when confronted with a 13C NMR spectrum demonstrating the presence of ribose, he not only pretends the data is invalid, but he goes to town with meme after meme, cartoon after cartoon, childishly mocking Benner for his garbage data. Here's this laughing Spanish guy meme where the whole crowd.
Well, that's fair. I think the tour does avoid some topics because I think that some research and some results are uncomfortable to tour. So yes, true. Still, we are losing time to show evidence, but David is bringing some. Is getting better at it. The good, good. I still think that he lost a bunch of time that I will have used in a different way.
Laughs in unison at the idiot Benner, who thinks he got ribose when it's actually a mess of a billion compounds. But the joke is on James as his pathetic commentary reveals that he can't even read a 13C NMR spectrum, something he should have learned as an undergrad.
He cannot. I think he can. I think he does not want to do it in front of this public. I think that he's doing it for a reason, like he's doing it with you, is playing with you. And I think that Dave is wrong on that. Tour is not incompetent. I think that he knows very well what he's doing. Um, that's a mistake, I think, Dave. I think that you are underestimating Tour at this point. Maybe not, but let's see.
James compares the spectrum to that of pure ribose when the sample is ribose borate, a different compound, with broad peaks due to rapidly interconverting forms. The billions of compounds are actually just noise, as the vertical axis is expanded to highlight the wider peaks. This abject failure has been confirmed by every chemist I've corresponded with, from Benner himself to J. William Suggs, Professor Emeritus of Chemistry at Brown University, and many others. The idea that James can't do something that an undergrad could do is astounding, and whether his brain ceases to function when examining this research, or he is deliberately lying to a gullible audience with no clue what he's talking about, his credibility is reduced to zero with this example alone.
Well, that's a good point. Tour cannot read that spectrum. I can. And I'm a grad student. I'm not as good at chemistry as Dave or Tour. Or is doing it on purpose? That's a fair question.
So that's a brief summary of James Tour. He's a toxic individual and pathological liar who actively...
That's wrong. Pathological liar, a bit too much. Show what is doing wrong, and people will judge. Do not say it's a liar. I can say that I think he is. Let's be clear. I think Tour is a good debater, but I think he's a very good chemist. So when he does mistakes like this, I think he's doing it on purpose. I cannot say he's a liar or even a pathological liar. A bit too much. I mean, I care about having a discussion, a talk with creationists, and I do not want to insult people unless I'm really, really sure about what I'm saying. Pathological liar, too much, really. I will just present the data and ask Tour to tell me why you cannot read this graph, why you have done these mistakes, and people will get their opinion. Do not attack Tour like that. You will just look like a very not nice person. So I think that's not a very good idea from Dave.
Promotes science denial and slanders diligent researchers. Or in my case, he scours the internet for clips of me in music videos to commit character assassinations. Or unleashes a barrage of insults about how Dave doesn't know chemistry, even though most of his students use my organic chemistry tutorials to get through his unbearable course.
Well, that's quite an attack. You cannot tell if his course is unbearable or not unless you talk with his students. I will not bring something like this in a debate. It's not a debate, that's a personal attack. This part is not relevant to a debate. If someone is good at teaching or not, it's not relevant to the debate. That's just a cheap attack. Sorry about that, but it's not relevant. Maybe Tour is a very good teacher, professor. Maybe it's not relevant.
He baselessly shouts hype when his own research is full of hype. He whines about being accused of believing in the God of the gaps when he objectively does. He publicly calls for the halting of an entire field of science he doesn't understand just to shelter his fragile, archaic faith. But today, finally, with no desk to hide behind, every tactic will be elucidated in real time, and he will be made accountable for his lies for everyone to see. I hope you'll enjoy it as much as I will.
How can I say it? A bit too much. A bit too much. I can say that for the most part, I agree with Dave on science. I do think that Tour knows what he's doing very well, so is presenting his side in a very peculiar way, let's say that. But I do not agree in attacking Tour like that. I think that as soon you start to do that, people will cease to listen to you. Everything you say after the first wave of attacks will not be listened. So sorry, Dave. I think that you were wrong to present your case like that. I think that you were off topic for the most part. Tour is not incompetent, and it was not the fulcrum of the debate. I think that was your mistake. Let me know if someone has something to say, if someone needs a little bit more of explanation on the chemistry part. I will gladly explain if someone does not understand something. Dave did bring some good points to show that Tour does a lot of mistakes, let's call it mistakes, on his presentation. It's a good thing, but still, we are here to see what we know about abiogenesis, and I think that the point was avoided by Dave. It was like, yes, everything is fine, we know everything. I think it's not the case. Of course, we know a bunch of things, and I think that Dave is right. I think he did put a lot of effort in engaging Tour. And for me, that was a mistake. Let me know what you think. I see that no one is there to listen to me right now. So I will just close the stream. Good night or good day if you are looking this video in the morning or during the day. And let's see each other for the next part. See you soon.